Don Lemon was arrested by the federal government for civil rights violations. Check this out.
Lemon spoke briefly about 30 minutes ago. He's been charged with civil rights crimes in connection with a protest at a Minnesota church.
All right, as soon as we're to Josh Haskell is live in downtown LA with the breaking developments. Josh?
And David and Giovanna, President Trump's Department of Justice tried to present Don Lemon as a flight risk. They said that they want to restrict his travel just to Minnesota and New York. They also wanted $100,000 bond. That was all denied by the judge. Don Lemon will have a court date in Minnesota next month. Now, once leaving this courthouse, Don Lemon walked to cameras. This is what he said.
I've spent my entire career covering. I will not stop now. In fact, there is no more important time than right now, this very moment, for a free and independent media that shines a light on the truth and holds those in power accountable. Again, I will not stop now. I will not stop ever. Last night, the DOJ sent a team of federal agents to arrest me in the middle of the night for something that I've been doing for the last 30 years, and that is covering the news. The First Amendment of the Constitution protects that work for me and for countless of other journalists who do what I do. I stand with all of them, and I will not be silenced. I look forward to my day in court.
Now, this all has to do with that protest in a Minnesota church back on January 18th that Don Lemon covered. The government accusing Lemon of doing more than just covering a story. Former CNN anchor and President Trump critic Don Lemon arrested by federal law enforcement late Thursday night at the Beverly Hilton Hotel in Beverly Hills. Lemon charged with federal civil rights crimes in connection with an anti-immigration protest at a Minnesota church back on January 18th. Lemon, who was in Los Angeles covering the Grammy Awards, posted this on social media hours before his arrest. Lemon has been accused of interfering with the First Amendment rights of worshipers at that church, whose pastor also works for ICE. But Lemon has maintained he had no affiliation with the protesters and was there covering the story.
You have the right to worship freely and safely. And if I haven't been clear already, if you violate that sacred right, we are coming after you.
Let's say he said, oh, I like what you're doing. Let's go and do it together. You do it, I'll record it, this will publicize it. That sounds like it could very well be a conspiracy. On the other hand, if he just happened to show up and saw that this was going to be happening and said, oh, I want to cover this just as a journalist without really any real coordination with the people who are committing the underlying crime, then perhaps probably he wouldn't be guilty.
Last week, a magistrate judge rejected prosecutors' initial bid to charge Lemon. 3 other people were arrested by Trump's DOJ in this case, in addition to Lemon, including journalist Georgia Fort, who shared this emotional post on Facebook that agents were at her door as a result of a grand jury indictment.
I don't feel like I have my First Amendment right as a member of the press because now federal agents are at my door arresting me for filming the church protest.
Governor Newsom posting on social media, a free press isn't the enemy, it's the safeguard, and Putin would be proud.
The government can't just go after its critics simply because it doesn't like them and just gin up charges against them. That's, of course, would be a violation of rule of law.
Now, supporting Don Lemon in court were his agent, his husband, and Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, who called all of this ridiculous. Now, when Don Lemon and his husband left the courthouse here after speaking to reporters, it was quite a scene. They were looking for their vehicle. Someone shouted, "Don Lemon, do you plan on still attending the Grammys on Sunday?" And he gave that person a thumbs up. Live in downtown LA, Josh.
The federal government has a lot of people scared to do certain things. And when they go to putting pressure down on certain things, people want to stay clear. And we know as of right now, ICE is everywhere throughout the country, and they're putting full court press down on all the immigrants. Now, Don Lemon was covering the protesters at the church where somebody was supposed to be a pastor associated with ICE, and they say that he committed civil rights violations. What do you guys think about him interfering with religion and the protesters? Did he commit civil rights violations in your eyes? Now, it's a lot of people that are scared to, go at Trump, because right now Trump is running straight pressure. And we all know the federal government runs the United States of America. And this is a time where it's a lot of controversy, it's a lot of chaos, and we're against each other at the moment. America is fighting with each other while trying to get the immigrants out of the country. Some people feel like President Trump is doing too much with ICE, and some people feel like ICE are doing their job to get the immigrants out the country. This is a time that some people agree and some people don't agree. I want you guys to leave a comment down below and let me know, do you agree what's going on with the federal government charging Don Lemon? Was he wrong or was he right? Do you think that Don Lemon was trying to violate the civil rights? Or do you think that Don Lemon just was doing his job and covering the news, which he said he's been doing for 30 years? The world has shifted. President Trump wants to clean up the immigrants while he's in office. And I think that ICE is going about it definitely a different type of way than they could handle it. But some people say that people are challenging ICE too much, so it's making them be more aggressive. The times that we see here now is causing a lot of confusion amongst the people, and some people really disagree. But you guys let me know how you feel about the situation. Leave a comment down below. You already know what it is. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.